deity, of God, if you will, or whatever you want to call it. These are various names. And we sing them repeatedly. And we do a call and response, which means I'll do a line and then we all do it together. And I've got these folks to help me today. Thank you, Matt. And thank you, Katrina. And thank you, Tom. Thank you, Nico. So mostly I just want to say that this will take you to the heart. If you can open your voices and sing in an unself-conscious way, it will take you to the heart, because what could be more fun than coming together and singing? Yeah, it's not about having a great voice, as you'll see, and it's about being together and singing together and then sitting in silence in between and feeling the effects. So do have fun, and basically it's all about love. We'll begin with 3 ohms together, followed by invocation chants, which are done together and sort of more monotonous than a song form. Then we move into the Kirtan proper, which is song form, call and response. You'll see if you're new to it. Enjoy. Join as you see fit. And now, exhale so you can inhale for 3 ohms together. Samyaktam nityam dhyayanti yoginaha kamadam mokshadam chaiva omkaraya namo namaha. Page 9 in the books, folks. Sorry I didn't say. Om karaya namo namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Twameva Mata Cha Pita Twameva, Twameva Bandhuscha Saka Twameva, Twameva Vidya Dravinam Twameva, Twameva Sarvaham Mama Deva Deva. Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hari Guru Ram, Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hare Guru Ram, Jagat Guru Param Guru Sad Guru Sham, Jagat Guru Param Guru Sad Guru Sham, Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hari Guru Ram, Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hare Guru Ram, Jagat Guru Param Guru Sad Guru Sham, Jagat Guru Param Guru Sad Guru Sham, Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru Om, Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru Om, Guru Chingana Guru Chinmaya Guru Om, Chin Guru Chingana Guru Chinmaya Guru Om, Shivananda 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 Pahimam, Shivananda 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 Pahimam, Shivananda 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 Rakshamam, Shivananda Shivananda Sachidananda Guru Sachidananda, Sachidananda Guru
Sachidananda.
Sachidananda Guru Sachidananda.
Sachidananda Guru Sachidananda.
Shivananda, Shivananda, Shivananda Pahima.
Shivananda, Shivananda, Shivananda Pahima.
Sachidananda Guru Sachidananda.
Sachidananda Guru Sachidananda.
Shivananda, Shivananda, Shivananda Rakshama.
Shivananda, Shivananda, Shivananda Rakshama.
Om Namo Bhagavate Shivanandaya.
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 Sachidananda.
Sachidananda.
Om Namo Bhagavate Sachidananda.
Om Namo Bhagavate Sachidananda.
Sammasada Shiva, Sammasada Shiva, Sammasada Shiva, Sammashivam.
Sambasida Shiva, Sambasida Shiva, Sambasida Shiva, Sambashivom.
Sammasada Shiva, Sammasada Shiva, Sammasada Shiva, Sambashivam.
Sambasida Shiva, Sambasida Shiva, Sambasida Shiva, Sambashivom.
Sammasada Shiva, Sammasada Shiva, Sammasada Shiva, Sambashivam.
Sambasada Shiva, Sambasada Shiva, Sambasada Shiva, Sambashivom.
Sammasada Shiva, Sammasada Shiva, Sammasada Shiva, Sambashivam. Sammasada Shiva, Sammasada Shiva,
Sambasada Shiva, Sambashivom.
Sammasada Shiva, Sammasada Shiva, Sammasada Shiva, Sambashivam. Sammasada Shiva, Sammasada Shiva, Sammasada Shiva, Sambashivam. Sammasada Shiva, Sammasada Shiva, Sammasada Shiva, Sambashivam.
Sambasada Shiva, Sambasada Shiva, Sambasada Shiva, Sambashivam.
Sammasada Shiva, Sambashivam.
Sambasada Shiva, Sambashivam.
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 Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Om Namah Shivaya
Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya
Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya
Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya
Shiva 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 Shivaya Namah Hara 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 Om Namah Shivaya
Shiva 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 Shiva
Shivaya Namah Om Hara 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 Om Namah Shivaya 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 Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Om Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Om Namah Shivaya Shiva 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 Om Namah Shivaya Shiva 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 Om Namah Shivaya
Shiva 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 Om Namah Shivaya
Shiva 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 Shiva
Om Namah Shivaya
Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya
Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya
Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Om Namah Shivaya
Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Om Namah Shivaya
Shiva 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 Shivaya Namah Om Hara 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 Om Namah Shivaya
Shiva 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 Namah
Hara 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 Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya
Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya
Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namo Narayanaya 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 Om Namo Narayanaya
Om Namo Narayanaya Om Namo Narayanaya Om Namo Narayanaya Om Namo Narayanaya
Om Namo Narayanaya Om Namo Narayanaya Om Namo Narayanaya Om Namo Narayanaya
Om Namo Narayanaya Om Namo Narayanaya Om Namo Narayanaya Om Namo Narayanaya
Om Namo Narayanaya Om Namo Narayanaya
Om Namo Narayanaya Om Namo Narayanaya
Rama 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 Rama
Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama
Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama
Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama
Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama
Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama
Ram Ram Rama Ram Rama 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 Ram
Ram Ram Rama Ram Rama 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 Ram
Ram Ram Rama Ram Rama 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 Ram
Ram Ram Rama Ram Rama Rama Rama
Rama Rama Rama Ram
Rama Rama Ram
Rama 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 Ram
Rama 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 Ram
Rama 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 Ram
Ram Ram Rama Ram 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 Rama 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 Ram
Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama
Rama Rama Ram
Rama 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 Ram
Rama Rama Ram
Rama 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 Ram
Ram Ram Rama Ram 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 Rama 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 Ram
Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram
Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram
Rama 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 Ram
Rama Rama Ram
Rama 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 Ram
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 Amba Parameshwari Akilandeshwari Adipara Shakti Palaya for the mother.
Amba Parameshwari Akilandeshwari Adipara Shakti Palaya Mam
Shri Ma Jaya Ma Jaya Jaya Ma 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 Amba Parameshwari Akilandeshwari Ari Parashakti Palayamam
Amba Parameshwari Akilandeshwari Adi Parashakti Palayamam
Om Mata Om Mata Om Sri Mata Jagadamba Om Mata Om Mata Om Sri Mata Jagadamba Om Mata Om Mata Om Sri Mata Lalitamba
Om Mata Om Mata Om Sri Mata
Lalitamba Om Sri Mata Jagadamba
Om Shri Mata Jagadamba
Om Ma 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 Amba Parameshwari Akilandeshwari Adi Parashakti Palayamam
Amba Parameshwari Akilandeshwari Adi Parashakti Palayamam
Shri Bhuvaneshwari Raja Maheshwari Shri Bhuvaneshwari Raja Maheshwari Shri Bhuvaneshwari Raja Maheshwari Shri Bhuvaneshwari Raja Maheshwari Ananda Rupini Palayamam Ananda Rupini Palayamam Ananda Rupini Palayamam Ananda Rupini Palayamam Shri Ma Jaya Ma Jaya Jaya Ma Shri Ma Jaya Ma Jaya Jaya Ma
Shri Ma Jaya Ma Jaya 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 Ma
Shri Ma Jaya Ma Jaya Jaya Ma Shri Ma Jaya Ma Jaya Jaya Ma
Ma Jaya Ma Jaya Jaya Ma
So do thou, my Lord. Paramahansa Yogananda.
Oh, do thou, my Lord,
Thou and I never apart.
thou and I never apart.
Wave of the sea dissolve in the sea.
Wave of the sea dissolve in the sea.
I am a bubble, make me the sea.
I am a bubble, make me the sea.
Make me the sea, oh, make me the sea.
Make me the sea, make me the sea.
Wave of the sea dissolve in the sea.
Wave of the sea dissolve in the sea.
I am a bubble, make me the sea.
I am a bubble, make me the sea.
So do thou, my Lord. Lord.
So do thou, my Lord.
Thou and I never apart.
Thou and I never apart.
Wave of the sea, dissolve in the sea.
Wave of the sea, dissolve in the sea.
I am a bubble, make me the sea.
I am a bubble, make me the sea.
Make me the sea, oh, make me the sea.
Make me the sea, make me the sea.
The wave of the sea, dissolve in the sea.
Wave of the sea, dissolve in the sea.
I am a bubble, make me 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 the sea.
Make me the sea, make me the sea.
Make me the sea, make me the sea.
Wave of the sea, dissolve in the sea.
Wave of the sea, dissolve in the sea.
I am a bubble, make me 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 the sea.
Make me the sea, 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 make me the sea.
Wave of the sea, dissolve in the sea.
Wave of the sea, dissolve in the sea.
I am a bubble, make me 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 the sea.
So do thou, my Lord.
So do thou, my Lord.
So do thou.
So do thou.
Namaste, folks. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Thank you to our wonderful Kirtanists tonight. We have Matt on drums, Katrina, vocalist, Tom, Snehan leading the group, and Nico playing guitar. So let's give him a round of applause, please.
Thank you so much. We had a lot of fun this week getting ready. Thank you so much, folks. See you at Satsang.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Satsang. My name is Jivana, and on behalf of Satchidananda Ashram Yogaville, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this evening's program. Our Satsang is a seekers of truth, of spiritual truth, and so it's nice to gather with all of you to seek that truth together here tonight. We extend a very special welcome to those of you that have been here before, and an extra warm welcome to those of you who are joining in for the first time here or live and live stream. At this time, I'll ask you all to stand. We'll get the yellow page out, and we have a couple of opening prayers that we'll do together before proceeding with tonight's. Auspiciousness be unto all, perfect peace be unto all, fullness be unto all, prosperity be unto all, happiness be unto all, perfect health be unto all. May all see good in everyone. May all be free from suffering. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you. You may be seated. So as our crew is getting the stage set and getting the screen ready for our video tonight, we'll be enjoying about a 20-minute video of our Sri Gurudev, Swami Satchidananda, who's going to be speaking tonight on the meaning of one-pointed meditation, the meaning of one-pointed meditation, and the importance of keeping a vow or a promise. So these sound like some good topics of discussion that I think we can all benefit from. Wonderful. Here in just a few moments, they'll open the curtains and we'll be good to go.
How important is Hatha Yoga in our spiritual growth? Should I work hard to master it or just do enough to stay in shape and spend most of my time in serving and meditation? I would prefer the second half. Yeah. Just to do enough Hatha Yoga to keep you in shape. Yeah. If you work hard to master it, you'll be out of shape. Yeah. Why? Because, you see, I can perform 250 asanas. Nobody can bend the body as I do. Yeah. Your body is flexible, your ego becomes harder. Yeah. Hatha Yoga, just enough. Don't go to extremes. Good food. Will you eat a lot from morning till evening? No. Limitation in everything. That's why we don't bother in recommending hundreds of asanas. Now I made a mistake even in the Hatha book by showing a few intricate, difficult poses. If it is today, I would even avoid that latter half. That was only a little ego gratifying. Look, I can do all that. I don't expect any of you even do those things. Yeah. Just do the simple cultural poses, we call it, about the 12 poses or something. Even if you cannot do all the 12, just 5, 6. And some pranayama. Set up a little time for that. That is enough to tune your clock. Just because the clock runs with by screwing it up, would you be screwing it the whole day? Screw it in the morning, let it run the whole day until next morning. So just don't overdo things. Everything has its limitation. And this lady beautifully presented that. Radha, I don't know anything spiritual. All I know is my baby, that's all. What other thing is called spiritual then, if that is not spirituality? Yeah. Forget yourself. Get engaged in doing something useful to people. Is it here or somewhere? People asked me. Where was that? Prem, is she here? Somebody, yeah, it's coming now. In Italy, recently during last trip, I was in the island Elba in Italy, where Napoleon went and hid himself. We had a yoga conference there. Italian Yoga Federation organized it. One of the elderly lady asked me a question. Swami, you talk about meditation, one-pointed, do anything one-pointed. That will bring all the benefit to you. Can I play golf one-pointedly? Is it at Elba? Huh? Yeah. I was really surprised that she is about 50 or even beyond 50. She stood up and asked this question. I admired that. That's the spirit. Yes. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do asana, pranayama, this, that. Forget about that. You play golf one-pointed. And you'll get all the benefit that these people get. Sometimes even more, sooner. I gave her examples also. There were great saints in the Hindu faith. Certainly there are Western also. I'm sorry, I don't know all the, maybe our Vidyalayam children might know more of the saints than me now. There was a saint. He didn't do anything else than simply throwing pots. Pottery. That was his practice. Total concentration. Making pots, selling it. When a poor man comes, he'll say, come on, take it. A rich man comes, he'll say, you can afford to give, come on, give me more. In that, after some time, he got certain siddhis. As he would be throwing a pot, he will see, half-baked is going. He needs a little more firing. He was able to see the people and tell them where they are well fired or half fired or still raw clay. Read their characters, calibers, spiritual growth. He became a great saint. Another one was a cobbler, the shoemaker. He didn't do anything else, just making shoe. He became a great saint. Another story probably you all know. A man who always took a stone and threw at the god every day. He became a great saint. So what does that mean? Make a vow, stick to it. By sticking to that, you will be tested. Examinations, tests will come that you will find it difficult to stick to that. So will you give it up, or even you will give your life to stick to that? That's the question. Kappadu viradam, says Avayar. The old saintly lady. She doesn't talk much. She just gives 2 words in a small phrase. Kappadu viradam. He said, what is the greatest asceticism? Vradam or observance. She says, kappadu. That means stick to your word, stick to your vow. There's no other great asceticism in life. Make a vow, stick to it. Like you say, you made a vow. Yes, I came here. I'm going to stay here. I've taken this vow of sannyas or family life or whatever, doesn't matter. Whatever it is. No matter what happens, I'm going to stick to that. Immediately tests will come. Immediately. Stronger your decision, bigger the tests. Forget not that. Yeah. Suppose I decide, I am not going to eat a cake until 1 week, until next Saturday. Even before I finish the satsang, somebody would bring me a nice big cake. I'd say, Swamiji, I brought all the way from Hawaii. I made it myself. Please don't hurt me in saying no. Immediately the test will come. I'm sure many of you will be experiencing that. Yeah. That is the problem. Because there is a big examiner somewhere up there. I don't know what, he seems to know everybody's decisions. Weekly decision, annual decision, daily decisions. He seemed to know that. Immediately he sends, okay, go, check up. And we say, oh, okay, all right. I just made tomorrow morning I'll start. Today I'll eat. As if there won't be any test tomorrow afternoon. That's how we give up. So this real practice is that you take your time to make a vow. Once you have made, stay, even at the cost of your life. Either death or stick to my vow. And if you die for that, there will be a beautiful palanquin coming down from the heaven to take you there, to God's feet. He'll say, yes, you are dying to stick to your word. That is enough for me. I'm taking you there. That should be our spirit. Oh, doctor.
If we decide to do something, but there is enough pressure coming from another couple of sides, then do we use our wisdom at that point in time? Say, this is not the place for me to be, or do something else? If it comes to, say, a question of your life.
First of all, make sure that where you made your decision after thorough examination or not. You have to make up your decision after thorough examination. Okay? You made it without thorough examination. Stick to it. Whatever pressure comes. What will the pressure do? Kill you, is it not? What else could do? Take away all your property. Huh? Fine. Say goodbye. Yeah. Huh? The great king Harishchandra, whose story created Mahatma Gandhi. Yeah. Mahatma Gandhi became a Mahatma because of this story, Harishchandra. He was a king. His vow is not to tell a lie. No matter what happens, I'll stick to honesty. Test came. To make the story short, he lost his kingdom. He lost everything. He lost his wife. He lost his son. And at the last minute, it happened that he has to kill his own wife. Yeah. At that point, the person who was behind these tests came down and said, at least now, just tell me one lie. What was that? He came in a incognito, played some See, as a king in those days, when somebody comes and challenges you to play some game, you cannot say no. It's not the Kshatriya dharma. Gambling. And he gambled with him, and he was the cunning person, and he was more powerful. He used his siddhis to win. So he lost everything in the gambling. He lost everything. As he was losing one by one, he said, well, don't worry. You simply say, I don't, just tell a lie. I'm not losing. I'm not giving you. I simply laid this as a bait, but I'm taking it back. One word, I'll give you back everything. At several points, he came and tempted him. He said, no, 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 no. The story goes, the last minute, I think his son died, and the wife was working as a slave somewhere, and she brought the son to be cremated, and he is the man who is taking care of the crematorium. He never even found out that this is the wife and that's the son. But at one point, she found out that this is the husband. How? Because the wife had a tali, we call it, that is a wedding band around the neck. And she was such a chaste lady that she had a boon that nobody will see that wedding band other than the husband. It's a gold band. Like wedding ring, call it. Nobody would see, only the husband, because it's husband who gave that. It will be visible only to the husband. So when she came with the boy to cremate the boy, she was supposed to give him the fee. And again, it's not for him. He has to send the fee to his boss. He was working as a slave there. So she said, I'm sorry, I don't have anything to give you. Of course, after a little argument, then like you can't cremate, take the body away. And she was begging of him. At that time, she looked, look, you're telling a lie. You have a golden band around your neck. How can you say you don't have anything? Then she said, my gosh, after all these years, an ordinary chandala, somebody who, a slave works in the crematorium can see this? I must have done something terribly wrong. She started crying. I said, why are you crying? Then she said, sir, this is the situation. This was supposed to be seen only by my husband. I might have committed a big sin that you, I don't know who you are able to see this. It's at that point he realized. I said, what's your name? I'm Chandramati. Chandramati, I'm Harishchandra, your husband. See the situation there. Huh? The son is dead, the wife is here, the husband is... At that point, this man comes. Even now, just tell me, I don't owe you anything. You will get everything back. And he said, sir, he gives a big list. Nidhirandanam, Nitya, Gadirandanam, Padirandanam. I lost this, I lost it, I lost everything. Everything I lost. I'm not going to lose my honesty. That is the one you cannot cheat and take away from me. All the rest you can gamble. Sorry. Then he said, I just wanted to test you. I just wanted to tell the whole world the glory of being honest. Now you get back everything. So, do you know what to do? No. Don't bring excuses. Yes. They're all tests. Don't blame anybody. Yeah. Pressures come means examination. Yes. When you don't study your lesson, there is pressure in the examination hall. A question paper is going to weigh heavy on your shoulder. Huh? So what will you do? Give up and walk out? No. You have to have that kind of determination. Yeah. Kaschid dhirya. Only very few are that. But that doesn't mean, oh, I'm not that one of the very few. Oh, immediately you give up. Eh? No. You should become that hero one day or other. Until you become heroes, he will be rowing you. Heroes. So there's another one. For those of us with lower back pain, can you explain a safe approach to yoga and meditation? Every time I let my back heal, then begin my practice anew, I renew the pain. Frustrated. Don't get frustrated. If you have back pain, and if you begin your practice, if the pain comes, beware of the practice. Practice something else that will not bring pain. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you have to do only something that will bring you pain. No. You simply say, I begin my practice. What is your practice? Doing your Paschimottanasana beyond your capacity? Or standing on your head? Anything that causes you pain, ignore it. Doesn't matter. You will never be denied the heaven because you couldn't stand on your head. Yeah. There are many practices that will not cause pain to you. So don't use pain as an excuse to give up your practice.
Jai Shri Sadguru Satchidanandaji Maharaj Ki. Jai. What beautiful words from Gurudev this evening. I loved the talk on dedication and one-pointedness. It brought to mind a little scripture, a little saying from the Bhagavad Gita that devotion and dedication lead a person to salvation. And I just heard some beautiful stories that teach us even more about the importance of sticking true to ourselves, our truth, and our practice, and how fitting that he talks about with lower back pain being, that we have a beautiful program this weekend on strong, healthy bones, yoga for strong, healthy bones, and how we when we stick to our vow of honoring what it is that we need in the moment, that we really, truly find the meaning and the purpose in our practice. And speaking of backs, we have a wonderful person here tonight that's an expert in all things spine and bone related. Dr. Muktan Sullivan is a practitioner of Ayurvedic medicine and has been a chiropractor and a yoga teacher for over 30 years. We're blessed to have him in the community, and he has studied Ayurveda both in India and the United States and brought those teachings here to us in Yogaville and the community. He's a popular lecturer on back care, yoga, meditation, and holistic health. He is the director of Riverview Spa, an Ayurvedic and yoga health center. He maintains a close relationship with Yogaville, where he lectures and teaches today. And Dr. Muktan Sullivan tonight will be speaking to us on the health teachings of Sri Gurudev. So please join me in helping to welcome Dr. Muktan Sullivan.
like all good stories, this one begins once upon a time in a distant, far-off land. And when we change from the Satya Yuga, the age of truth, from beings of light body into the next Yuga, into the physical body, people started getting affected with physical, mental, emotional imbalances. And with these, they couldn't pursue spiritual practices. So the gods and goddesses got together and decided, well, Lord Vishnu, the sustainer, you handle this issue. So Lord Vishnu manifested himself as Dhanvantari, the Ayurvedic god of healing. And he had 4 arms and hands. And in one hand, he held the leech, which represented all the modalities to take out the toxins, rebalance the body. In another hand, he had the conch, the celestial sound. And third hand, the wheel, the dharma. And in the fourth, the amrita, the ambrosia, the nectar, the byproduct of spiritual enlightenment. And so as it says in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse 7, Lord Krishna states, know when the dharma and righteousness is gone, when evil and wickedness prevail, I will manifest myself. I will come to the earth to give the truth and the teachings. And so it was in 1914, in a small rural Indian village in Tamil Nadu, South India, a only son was born to a very pious, holy, loving couple. And they had been landowners for generations on this property. Ramaswamy was his name, Swami Satchidananda. And as a young boy, he showed many wonderful attributes, intelligence, technology, all these things he learned so quickly, so easily. And he enrolled in engineering technical school and graduated with honors. And soon after that, he traveled to Sri Lanka, which was kind of forbade from the Hindu practices of crossing the ocean, but he didn't care. And he learned how to weld and came back to India. And at this point, the water pump, which is so needed and valuable, they could make the motor in India, but they used to have to import the rotor from England. And he devised a way to make this rotor and started the factory with others. And to this day, his hometown of Coimbatore is the biggest producer of water pumps in India. He and his uncle, which was kind of like an older brother, at one point ran the whole bus system for Tamil Nadu in South India in the 1930s. And this would be like running the Greyhound system in the mid-Atlantic states. And I remember once in California at the ashram in the garage, he used to come in and he'd kind of look around, and this one time he said, you Americans, you replace the parts. We used to repair them. So he made movies and did many other things very successfully. And then with the passing of his wife, he became a monk. And he was in solitude for many years. He was around many masters and saints at different ashrams. One master he worked with was a naturopathic physician. And they used to take a movable clinic and go to all these small little rural poor villages in India and treat the people with clay, with water therapies and other things. So he did this for a number of months. And then he prayed for the power to heal. And for a better part of a year, he sat in a little cottage kutir outside of Bombay, and people would come to him, and he would give them holy ash, and they would be cured. And after doing this for quite a while, he realized that even with this, if people didn't change their habits, their lifestyle, their different ways of living, these diseases would come back. So then he would give them advice to do asana, pranayama, whatever it may be, dietary restrictions. So after a number of years of spiritual practice, he had the thought that he needed to go see Swami Shivananda, the master of the Himalayas in Rishikesh. And so he traveled north there. And I just need to talk about him for a minute here. He himself was a medical doctor who had practiced in India for 7 years and then went to Malaysia and ran a hospital at a rubber plantation. And these were basically a little above slave experiences for the people there. But he served tirelessly for 7 years, night and day, giving money to people that needed to have operations that he couldn't perform in his hospital. And then he got the call to renounce. And after he started his ashram, he set up a clinic, a hospital, that's still there. And they treat over 100 people a day for free. At his ashram, too, in Rishikesh, the buildings are going up, retreats, classes, all these things happening. And everything is free. It's donation. So when you leave, you just want to go, here, take the money. And his teachings were selfless service and dedication. There was once a woman, eye doctor, came to the ashram, and she was very worn out, burned out. And from being there, she got imbibed with the spirit of karma yoga and selfless service. So then after that, every vacation she had, she'd come to the ashram and run a mobile eye clinic. One evening, he asked one of the attendants, did you check on so-and-so who was ill? And they said, no, Swamiji, I didn't have time. He goes, what are you talking about? When someone is ill, you need to be vigilant. How the blankets are folded, where the water glass is, the curtains the right way. Every aspect of their comfort should be taken care of. And this was the environment that Swami Satchidananda came into. And after a number of years, he was sent to Sri Lanka to start his own ashram. And then from there, he was brought to the West in the 60s. And he could tell people were hungry and thirsty for spiritual teachings. So he started the Integral Yoga Organization, and it grew to many cities and many countries, large, big. And soon after he came here, Duke University Medical School brought him down. And they started doing tests on him. They would shoot him up with things, do biofeedback, to test the qualities of yoga. And he was all for that, to show how yoga strengthens the immune system, strengthens the body. And even when he was in India, he purposely exposed himself to malaria and leprosy to show the healing power of yoga. And so he taught yoga. At one point, a Catholic bishop said to him, all these young people are coming to you, and we're losing them. What do we do? He said, well, why don't I come to one of your gatherings? So he went to a Catholic retreat, and for 2 days, they lived the yoga lifestyle, just like they have here. Hatha yoga, meditation in the morning, vegetarian diet, all these things. So he always taught in a very practical way, a very accessible way for whoever he was dealing with. And then he had this student who himself described himself as a young, mixed-up medical student, Dean Ornish. And Dean went to Swamiji and he said, I want to do something. And Swamiji said, why don't we do a heart study? And Dean said, sure. So down in a hotel somewhere in some city in Texas, I'm not sure. They set up the study. And they had a study group which did the yoga practices, the meditation, the vegetarian diet. Then they had a control group that didn't do anything. And Swamiji says, why can't everybody do it? And he said, Dean said, no, we have to do this for the study to have it scientifically. And from this, the birth of Dean Ornish reversing heart disease. It's covered by Medicare now. He has systems with cancer. He has systems with dementia, different things. Michael Lerner, Commonweal, the cancer treatment. He affected the field of psychology and yoga and diet. And people all over the world in a very, very humble place, very, very humble way. I myself met him 50 years ago as a young 20-year-old, and I remember him mentioning the word Ayurveda, and it tweaked me. And I lived at the ashrams for a couple of years, Connecticut, California, Arkansas. And one day he said, yoga's not standing on your head, you fool. It's standing on your feet. Get it together. And back then, I could stand on my head for 20 minutes. So I left, went back to school, became a chiropractor, became a father. And then when I graduated, I moved to Virginia. And I was in Virginia just a couple weeks. I hadn't quite set up my practice or anything yet. I was right out of school. And I got a call that Gurudev would like a chiropractic treatment. So I went up to his house, and in his house he had a room for massage and treatment right there. And I went in, and there I am, the guru and me standing right there, all alone in the room. And I'm green as grass, right out of school. I hadn't practiced or anything yet. And I kind of froze. And he started talking like the patient. So I clicked in like the doctor. Oh, do this question, that question, do the exam, and we gave the treatment. And he said, oh, very good. And later he used to tell me that, oh, Muktan, nobody breaks my bones like you. I never had to do anything twice, and I really, most of the time, I think he was working on me. One time, I was having some issues, like we all have, right? And I got the call to go see him, and I never really brought anything up with him. I figured out, if I needed to. So I was kind of doing the treatment, going, in my mind or, my issue. And then at some point, just quietly under his breath, he kind of whispered, karma. And I realized, this was my karma. This is what I was supposed to be going through. And I sort of accepted it and got through it. And so he taught in these very deep, subtle ways. And then I decided I would get Ayurvedic training because I had always been interested in it, and I went and got my certificate from the International Ayurvedic Institute outside of Boston. And it was one night like this at Satsang. And after Satsang, he used to sit there, and people would sit around him, and he had presented my diploma to me and blessed me, and I was sitting off to the side a little bit, and at some point he turns to an Indian couple and goes, he's an expert in Panchakarma. And at that point, I hardly knew what it meant. I knew theoretically, but I had never given one, gotten one. So I thought, gee, I got to learn this stuff. So I did some more study. And I was starting the practice. And some of the first people that came to me were sort of local people here. And when I was treating them in the Panchakarma, the 5 or 7, 9 days, whatever we were doing, they were talking to Swamiji. And he was telling them, and they were telling me. So I was kind of being taught in that way. And then one day I got the call again. Gurudev would like to come for an Ayurvedic massage. And I said, okay. And once again, I'm pretty new. And he comes and blesses. And it's a 2-person massage with oil and steam and herbal and different things. So we sort of did the treatment on him. And he came back the next week. And he started coming. This was the last year of his life, every Sunday at 7. And after a few times, he started going, well, too fast, too slow. What are you oiling me? They're oiling the sheets, and blah, blah, blah. And then he would bring up a subject. He wasn't officially an Ayurvedic doctor, but he knew so much. And sometimes we'd talk about it, but if I didn't know anything about it, I'd study it that week, and he'd come. And so this went on for a number of months. And I still had my chiropractic office in Charlottesville. And one Sunday he was leaving, and he goes, well, are you going to India? I said, no, sir. Next Sunday he was leaving. He said, well, do you have your itinerary? I said, no. Third Sunday he's leaving. Do you have your ticket yet? So I finally got it. Yes, I'll get it tomorrow. And I went, and he had his nephew host me in Coimbatore, and I had complete access to the hospital and everything because of that. And he came back, and then one evening, it was winter, and they were getting him dressed with a hat and scarf, and he was a little resisting, and he said, well, the car's right out there, and it's heated, and they were still kind of bugging him a little bit, and he said, you know, I used to swim in the Ganges, and the Ganges is a glacier-fed river, and he turns and looks at me and said, have you ever been to the Ganges? And I had been to India twice, but never there, so I knew I needed another trip. And so right around this time of year, he had been coming to me for quite a while, and that evening he gave me a big thank you. And I said, you're welcome. And then that week I had trouble with my well. It was during a drought, and I couldn't get anybody to fix it right, and I called him, and maybe I shouldn't come. And then that August he went to India, and he never went to India in the summer. And he was at a film festival. And one of the actors was his student, and there was a big rush of the crowd, and a camera hit him in the chest, and he had a thoracic aneurysm, which isn't life-threatening, but he was in the hospital. And then one afternoon, he sent everybody away and left the body. And then when we heard about it, so many people called me. And one woman called me and said, I talked to him last month. And when I got off the phone, my daughter was listening on the other end. And she said, Mom, do you realize he was saying goodbye? And there was all these people that he had interacted with. Because masters have that ability, when it's time for them to leave the physical body, they leave the physical body. And so I'm always so impressed and inspired when I see people come here and they've never met him, and they connect to the teachings, they connect to the master. I have this fella that I met 20 years ago. He came to me for Ayurveda, and we became good friends. He's about my age. He's an attorney, entrepreneur, makes documentary films, and every time I go to the Virginia Beach, we have lunch, walk on the beach, and we always talk, I'm always telling him stories about Gurudev. And one time I asked him, when did you meet him? He said, I never met him. He came to me in a dream and gave me Shaktipat. So these masters, they have these physical forms, but they have such a universal way of teaching that's so mysterious and so subtle. I had the good fortune of sitting at his feet for 28 years. I was his healthcare provider for 20 years, spent 50 times in a room alone with him. I did projects with him. He's come to me in dreams. But the one time I really feel his presence is when I'm putting gas in my lawnmower. And if I spill one drop, I can kind of see him kind of giving that look, as many of you know, you fool, haven't you figured that out yet? Because his teachings were yoga is perfection in action. Be good, do good, serve all, love all. And he had such a profound effect on the world, all over the world. So many people in so many subtle ways. And we are so fortunate to have the presence of that teachings here in our life. So, all I can say is, thank you for letting me speak. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki. Jai.
Thank you, Dr. Muktan, for what a wonderful satsang this evening. Okay, so now we'll move on to some announcements. We have next Saturday, Dr. Graham Schwig will be here at Satsang to speak to us on the Yoga of Love. The Yoga of Love, and also live stream events and satsangs such as this on every Saturday evening are available in person or live at vimeo.com/yogaville. So we hope you join us either here in person or on vimeo.com to see live. At this time, we will have an Arati. An Arati is an offering of light. We will have a small light. The offering of the light will be accompanied by the Jyoti chant. And this Jyoti chant describes the way that this light expresses itself in the world. The small light will symbolize the divine light within each of us, and it's offered to a larger light on stage, which represents the divine cosmic light. We will offer this light to the large light, and then in turn to all of the sages and saints that grace us with their presence in this room. And then finally, the light is extended to each of us in the room. And when the light is extended to you and offered to you, you can draw that in and bathe in and take the blessings of the light within yourself. You're welcome to please stand for the Arati in body and spirit and join in the Jyoti chant, followed by our closing prayers and found on the back of the yellow sheet. Om Jyoti 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 Swayam Jyoti 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 Param Jyoti 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 Arul Jyoti 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 Shivam Vama Jyoti Soma Jyoti Vana Jyoti Nada Jyoti Mahajyoti Yoga Jyoti Vata Jyoti Nada Jyoti Emma Jyoti Vyoma Jyoti Eru Jyoti Viru Jyoti Eka Jyoti Eka Jyoti Eka Jyoti 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 Light, O light of self-effulgence, light, O light of absoluteness, light, O light of gracefulness, light, O light of auspiciousness, light of Shiva, light of moon, light divine, light of wisdom, light of heaven, light of yoga, light of wind, light of sound, light, delight, light of water, rising light, vital light, the only light, Give us light, O light of light. Please join me in the closing chants. Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Lead us from unreal to real, lead us from darkness to the light, lead us from the fear of death to the knowledge of immortality. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanao Bhunaktu, Saha Viryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavaditamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light, and may the light of truth overcome all darkness. Victory to that light. Jai Shri Sadguru Satchidananda Ji Maharaj Ki. Jai. Thank you so much for joining us this evening in our satsang. May peace be with you now and always. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.